we love that. We have signs with our pictures on them.
Well, Brad,
we have more than signs, too, don't we?
We're official members of the not-so-official Cowboys Hour fan club.
That's exactly what it is. And so what's in these bags that these people
So they were so kind to – one, we got a you'll be very familiar with this, Osa. It's a bottle of monkey butt. And then something that's very unique that, Brad, you and I are going to have to coordinate our outfits.
And so we shall.
We have personalized socks with the Cowboys Hour logo and our faces firmly printed all over them.
We will be coordinating those and wearing those. Thank you very much
for the early Christmas gift.
We appreciate that. We appreciate all of you joining us on the Cowboys Radio Network and or streaming live to digital whenever during the week you're watching on DallasCowboys.com. Thank you very much for being here on Victory Monday, and thanks to our special guest who created a big part of that Victory Monday, defensive tackle Osa Odighizuwa.
Yes, sir. Welcome to the show, Osa.
Thank you guys for having me.
Really glad to have you here. Thank you very much. So Osa and I were just visiting a couple of minutes ago, and I asked him what's it like to be part of this defensive line rotation. Now you've got these people added, and Mike is going berserk, and so's Randy and Tank. Just tell me about the energy of having Demarcus Lawrence back on the field in practice and in the huddle during the game. That's the one part of the Demarcus Lawrence experience that you'd missed up until except for week one.
I feel like the confidence that he has in his game and just like the effort that he plays with, just the ability that he has to go in and change the game and just take it over. I feel like that just kind of spreads throughout the defense, you know what I mean? And just being in the D-line, you know, we always like to say it starts up front. So when he came back and just bringing that energy and adding it to the room, I feel like then let it just kind of bleed through to the rest of the team.
Dan Quinn said today that from his spot in the press box, he could notice something almost tangible that happened on the sideline when Randy Gregory made his Inspector Gadget interception and deflection and interception. Did you feel that in that moment? Was there something almost tangible that happened when Randy made that play?
Definitely. I left my feet like instantly. I was super, super excited, juiced up. Everybody was jumping up and down. Then we just started running to the end zone. I feel like that just kind of gave the whole team energy and life, you know. And I feel like we did a pretty good job of just maintaining that and just keeping it going.
You know, the other thing I was thinking about really just a few minutes ago is this time of year, a college football player is either getting ready for a bowl game or not, or if he's a senior, he may be getting ready for the combine in a couple of months and that kind of thing. And you've still got 4 regular season games to play before you get on to thinking about anything else. Are you tired? Are you feeling a rookie wall or anything like that?
No, not really, to be honest. I feel like I'm just enjoying where I'm at right now, just like taking it day by day, just attacking what's in front of me and just kind of focusing on each week as it comes. So just enjoying it a lot. I enjoy coming in to the Star every day, coming to work, and just practicing gratitude. I think is helping me just avoid that or anything that would even resemble a rookie wall, just because I feel like I love what I do, so I don't even really, come in to work every day.
What's the biggest thing as a rookie coming in that's different than how you imagine being a pro football player?
Can you ask that one more time?
Like coming in as a rookie, you probably had this vision of what you thought being an NFL athlete was like. Is there anything that's different than kind of how you imagined it? Like whether it's the meetings are longer than what you thought, the facilities are nicer, like the road games are a lot more organized. Like, is there any aspect of it that you weren't prepared for?
I feel like I was pretty prepared for the most part. Just not knowing where I was going to end up was the thing that kind of generated the most anxiety for me just throughout the whole process, wondering what was going to happen, where I was going to go, like how high I would get drafted and where I would end up. So once I heard my name called, I feel like it was just like a sigh of relief. You know what I mean? So I feel like I've just been taking it all in. Can't say I envisioned it one way or another, and I feel like that's probably why I like it so much, because I'm just was open to going wherever.
Just live in the moment, huh?
And after being here for since May, after the draft, I just think about like how it could have been anywhere else. You know what I mean? Could have been anywhere else, but I ended up here on this team right now. So also part of the reason why I don't think I'm hitting the wall, just realizing that, thinking about that every day, and just taking that mentality and to just really enjoy where I'm at.
Your brother played somewhere else. You got buddies playing other places. What do they tell you about what it's like that makes you think what's different about here?
I mean, I feel like for me, just personally, there's no egos at all on the team, just things like that, things that you could have on other teams, just having star players and things like that. All the guys and the star power that we have on this team, that's something that you might expect from the outside looking in. But stepping in, there was none of that. There's just guys that came in, embraced us with open arms, just kind of showed us the ropes as far as schedules, all that thing. You know, just showing us the way. I feel like guys were very accepting, so I feel like that made it it's like a lot easier to open up and just be yourself. You know, there's room for everyone on this team.
I'm going to ask the question that Shannon asked you. I'm going to try to ask it a different way. There was a guy who used to play here many years ago named Tony Hill. He's a wide receiver. In fact, he's the uniform police now on the field on Sunday. Okay, and Tony was a flashy. Plays from Stanford. He was a flashy receiver, big play guy, and we were doing a show just like this his rookie year, so that's sometime in the 80s, and I asked him what about the NFL surprised him. What had he encountered that he did not expect? Now, his answer would not apply today, but his answer was, I did not expect to see guys smoking cigarettes in the locker room. And that was. In fact, I said the 80s, but it might be 77 for Tony Hill. Does that sound right? Joe Trahan's going to check it out from the Cowboys PR staff, but I think he might have come in the late 70s. So, keeping in mind that it won't be anybody smoking cigarettes in the locker room, has there been anything like that when you encountered it, whether it was in training camp or especially once you got in the regular season, that you thought, oh, I didn't know this was going to be a thing here? It's okay to say no if there's
not really. I'm trying to think. I'm like, nah, not really.
Well, that's good then. I guess what year? 77 was 77. So I guess things normalized. All right, let's go to the rotation that we were visiting about a minute ago. You've got Neville Gallimore back. So refresh my memory. Before he got hurt in Phoenix, were Neville and Carlos the first team tackles for most of camp?
Yeah.
And you were rotating in behind Neville.
Yeah.
So, and there are other tackles on the team and good ones, but boy, he was really powerful yesterday. And I'm envisioning the two of you playing together for several years, and I think Carlos had a great year and been an important part of what you're doing. I am envisioning the two of you young guys playing together. Are you the same positional guy, or can you play together in this defense?
We could definitely play together in the defense.
Say why.
Just the similar build and just ability. You know what I mean? Like, Nev could play a shade. He could play a 3-tech. Same with myself. So that leaves room for us to be on the field at the same time.
That's a pretty good thing to envision for a Cowboy fan, I would think, because that's a bright future. Now, I saw a quote from Micah today, and I didn't get the context, and I was just scrolling, and I saw, do you know what it's going to be?
The NFL isn't that hard.
Yeah, you saw it too.
Yeah, I mean,
is he? Do you feel the same way?
I say he's not wrong because a lot of times when you're like in the process of like pre-draft, all that stuff, and even just making the decision, you're not always like completely sure. Like you're not always like 100% confident in yourself. So you can kind of make the NFL out to be like something giant and completely hard, and things like that about how it doesn't work out. And that's something that, like, you know, that's still on me to this day. But after having been here time, I'm a little bit more confident in myself and my ability as well. Like, it wasn't as crazy as you like might make it seem in your own head.
I think we need big banners put up in the locker room. The NFL isn't that hard. I wonder how that would go down. I'm just envisioning the busts of Tom Landry and Vince Lombardi talking to each other in Canton right now, trying to figure out if they can wrap their head around the NFL not being that, because they tried to make it hard. We are delighted to have one of the bright young lights on this Cowboys defense, Osa Odighizuwa, with us this evening on the Cowboys Hour.
When it comes time to shop for tailgate favorites, go to Albertsons and Tom Thumb. Get 10% off your groceries every Dallas Cowboys game day when you wear your Cowboys jersey. Albertsons and Tom Thumb, the official supermarket and pharmacy of the Dallas Cowboys.
And let me read just one other one, because you look like you're having such a good time doing that. Lucchese, the official bootmaker of the Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders, is also a proud sponsor of the Miller Lite Cowboys Hour. Speaking of Miller Lite,
ooh,
you guys have any Miller Lite over there? We're going to need one, because Shannon is going to get into one of the favored segments of this program. It's the Cowboys Hour with Osa Odighizuwa. We'll be right back.
to the Miller Lite Cowboys Hour, supported by Albertsons and Omni Hotels and Resorts.
And welcome back to the Cowboys Hour. Brad Sham and Shannon Gross with our very special guest, Cowboys defensive tackle Osa Odighizuwa. We are in the Ford Center at the Star on the South Concourse. I'm a little jet lagged. I had to stop thinking, put all of that in the right order.
When'd you get back in, Brad?
3:30.
Straight here, huh? Man.
Right in. Someday, Osa, God willing, all of the COVID protocols will be lifted, and I'll be like Shannon and flying home with you guys. That would have been very nice. Mm-hmm. But we're thrilled to be able to be there because last year nobody went anywhere. Mm-hmm. And this is better.
Lots better.
This is so much better. Now, if you're watching on DallasCowboys.com, you can see right next to Shannon's chair, it's actually a little closer to mine, but there it is. It's a beautiful cold Miller Lite, which Shannon's now opening because why is this happening now, Shannon?
Because it is time, Brad, for our Miller Lite moment of the show.
My favorite.
Not as favorite as it is of mine, though.
Okay. No, well, it's your baby. You invented it, so
I get to drink and ask questions and talk. Something I don't get to do much on this show, Brad.
Well, I've got 43 years in. What can I tell you?
All right, Osa, here's what we do in this segment of the show. I print out a copy of your Wikipedia page, and then we fact-check it. I go through from start to finish, and you tell me whether it's true or false, and then I lie to you and tell you I'm going to go update it if it's wrong, and I really don't. But I do take a sip of wonderful, refreshing Miller Lite every time there is a fact that is not wrong, that is not correct.
I got you.
All right?
And anybody who's watching could go update it themselves, right?
Correct.
Yeah, we found that out along this journey this year too. So you can just go put stuff that's totally not true in there, or just delete things you don't want in there. Like you could go update it if you wanted to.
Random act of kindness if you want to just update my Wikipedia as you watch.
Look at that. Very nice.
All right, so I'm not going to start this segment off very well because I'm not even going to attempt I'm going to stick with Osa, and I'll let you.
No.
You want me to try it, Brad?
Of course I do.
Don't be afraid of the vowels.
Okay, let me try this, and you tell me how terrible I butcher this. Osawaru. Is that it?
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Odighizuwa.
Yep.
I got the last part.
See?
I knew the last part. The first one scared me a little bit.
You were afraid of nothing.
Okay. Osawaru Odighizuwa was born August 13th, 1998, and you're an American football defensive tackle for the Dallas Cowboys of the National Football League.
Yep.
We doing good so far? All right. Says you were drafted by the Cowboys in the third round of the 2021 NFL Draft, and you played college football at UCLA, where you were a first-team all-conference selection in the Pac-12.
Yep.
Good. All right. Got through the first paragraph. Odighizuwa attended David Douglas High School, where you were a two-time Defensive Player of the Year and received Prep Star All-West honors as a senior.
Prep Star All-West? I don't know. Like, what is that?
I don't know. We'll say it's good. No, we'll say it's wrong. That way
I was waiting for that. Come on.
You were a 3-star recruit coming out of high school and committed to play college at the University of California, Los Angeles on May the 5th, 2015.
Is when I committed the day?
That's what it says.
I don't know.
Okay, we'll say that one's wrong
Yeah,
too.
I
no,
don't remember what day it was.
Benefit of the doubt.
And this one is very interesting. It
Probably
says,
pull receipts up on Twitter, though.
yeah. Let me know about that later.
I'm not going to.
You're not. Okay. says you lettered in wrestling, where you won 3 straight state heavyweight championships.
It was 2 heavyweights and 1 at 220.
All right.
What weight classification was 220?
Right under heavyweight. It's 220.
Okay, it didn't have a name like lightweight or junior heavy or
light heavyweight.
light heavy
Or
or
welterweight.
220. Okay.
Okay. Says you were undefeated in your last 2 years. You were 46-0 and 45-0.
I can't remember off the top of
All
my
right,
head.
here we go. Joe, I might need another Miller Lite over here before the segment's over. And then this is always my favorite part, and I never know what this means. It says you also practiced track for 1 season. You practiced track. You didn't participate. You just practiced.
I competed for it was my freshman year and my sophomore year, and then I didn't do track after that.
Okay.
Uh-huh. Practicing that's a.
All right. As a senior, what'd you do in track? What was your events?
I did shot put, discus, the 100, and then I did triple jump my freshman year, but then I didn't do it after.
You ran the 100.
You did the triple jump?
Yeah, I did triple jump my freshman year.
And you ran the 100.
Yeah.
How big were you? That was as a freshman.
I was 190 pounds my freshman year, and then my sophomore year, by track season, I was 230.
What happened? How'd you gain 40 pounds in the off season?
Oh, I can tell you how to do that.
One of your brothers graduates and goes to college.
Okay. All right. Let's continue. Might need that Miller Lite quick. As a senior, the football season was reduced to 7 games due to COVID-19 pandemic. You were a starter at defensive tackle, posting 30 tackles, which was 6th on the team, 4 sacks, which was 2nd on the team, and 6 tackles for loss, which was 3rd on the team. Does that sound right? Okay.
All right.
You received first team All Pac-12 honors, and on December 22nd, 2020, you announced your intentions to enter the 2021 NFL Draft.
You guys in these dates.
I know the dates, man.
It's Wikipedia. It's just Wikipedia.
Yeah. Sounds about right.
Sounds close? Okay. It says you have an older brother, Osa Odighizuwa, that played as a defensive end in the NFL.
Yep.
What team did he play for?
Played for the Giants.
Did he?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then it says in high school you were a state spelling bee champion 3 times.
State spelling bee. No, I wasn't.
Okay. But Shannon, there you go. That's what I'm looking for.
I totally made that last one up.
Please update that.
Yeah, someone please, if you were taking notes, please update that. That last one was totally made up because that's what I do on this. And thank you, Miller Lite, for sponsoring this segment of the show and letting me talk. This was our Miller Lite moment of the show. Thank you. Thanks for playing along.
Odighizuwa.
Yeah.
We love that.
Thanks for keeping me straight and not just saying, yes, everything was right. Thanks for participating and letting me quench my thirst.
I got you.
Here's my question. If I want to go back to that wrestling record. If there were such a thing as professional wrestling, not like professional wrestling, not WWE, I mean real wrestling like you did, if there was that, professional wrestling, would you have been interested in pursuing that or football?
That's a tough one. Probably, yeah. I probably would have attempted to pursue that.
There's a lot of guys that are in the UFC and MMA in general that are they were wrestlers and all state, all conference wrestlers in college. Did you ever go down the road of thinking, maybe I could do this UFC thing and get punched in the face or?
Nah. So there's this video of a girl who has like cauliflower ear,
mm-hmm.
and like it gets punched and her ear just like pops open like a balloon. Mm-hmm. I was like, nope.
Okay, thanks for that
there
visual.
You go. Yep.
Appreciate that. What was it about wrestling that you liked so much?
Gotta think. I mean, I was like a stronger kid, so like when it came to basketball, I wasn't like too much of a finesse guy. It was just I would foul a lot. I was clumsy, so it was more fun to wrestle because I would be able to like use what I was good at, which was being stronger. Wouldn't have to be as clumsy because like we're close combat type of thing. You know what I mean?
Are there any of the things that you employed in wrestling, moves, holds, hand position, any of it that you have found useful in being a defensive tackle?
I would say mainly in my balance and just like being able to feel leverage and just like stay on my feet in times when like maybe I should fall down.
What do you do when an offensive lineman gets his hands up on your jersey and grabs hold? Because that's not going to be called holding if he keeps his hands inside the framework of your body. How do you get the guy's hands off you?
Try and lift them like at the forearms or elbows, try and lift them off, or just like get my extension, chop them off or something like that.
Like a martial arts kind of move?
Yeah, almost. I mean, pass rush is kind of like, your hand fighting and just being a D lineman in general. You have to use your hands a lot.
This is all scientific to me. I find it fascinating. I really do. Have you ever dabbled in martial arts?
I do a little bit of boxing, like in the off season.
And that must help you with that hand work, doesn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. I feel like it just helps you get like a more explosive punch, just faster hands, a little bit more firm and violent with your hands. And then when you can get to a level, which I'm still trying to like get to in boxing, where you can just combo, dodge, weave, and just continue to throw combos, I feel like that's just a level that would definitely help me improve my pass rush.
Now, when you say you still do that in the off season, boxing, are we talking about just hitting various bags, or are you sparring?
No, it's just bags.
Is there anybody on the team who'd want to take you on, do you think?
There's probably a couple guys who I feel like I haven't really asked anyone who boxes or anything like that. I just start inquiring a little bit for my own purposes.
I'm just trying to get a mental picture of who might wonder who would take you on. Who would be tough?
I mean,
Randy with that reach would be.
Randy would probably be pretty tough. He's an explosive guy. He's very quick too, so he got fast hands. And he's a lot stronger than he looks. D-Law for sure. Like he was telling me, he does UFC in the off-season, like mixed martial arts. So probably have to look out for him too.
Yeah, we're going to have to get some tickets to that. This ain't D-Law. Osa Odighizuwa is our guest on the Cowboys Hour this evening. We're delighted to have Osa with us and all of you on Victory Monday.
Yes, and at the Omni Frisco Hotel, which is right out that window, right there with the beautiful lights on it, you can kick off your stay at the official hotel of the Dallas Cowboys with style, cool off in the elevated pool, which may be a little bit too cool right now. Savor upscale comfort food at neighborhood services. Enjoy all the dining and entertainment options the Star has to offer. Visit omnihotels.com/Frisco to learn more and turn the next home game into a weekend getaway, Brad.
All right, we'll be right back on the Cowboys Hour.
To the Miller Lite Cowboys Hour, supported by Albertsons and Omni Hotels and Resorts.
And welcome back to the Cowboys Hour. Brad Sham, Shannon Gross, Osa Odighizuwa, our special guest this evening. I believe we counted we have 5 more of these after tonight. Is that what we said? 5 more shows. And almost all of them will be right here on the South Concourse of the Ford Center at the Star, but not next Monday. Next Monday, there's another event that they got to set up for, so we will be just around the corner in the cozy Optum Suites of the main building of the Star, and we look forward to seeing you then on hopefully another Victory Monday. Victory Monday!
Let's go!
Coach McCarthy really gave you guys a Victory Monday today, didn't he? Give you off?
We we met.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I mean, not as a team. We had like position meetings.
But did you get off of any of the stuff that you normally do?
I mean, yeah, we typically have like a team meeting.
So you didn't have to do that?
Yeah.
All right. So what's your routine, your game week routine? Here it's Monday. Now, you're a young guy. Are you one of these guys who is sore till Thursday, or are you going to feel okay by the time you get back in here on Wednesday?
I'll be good on Wednesday.
Okay. How do you
If
feel?
I'm a little sore, then I'll just like roll out.
How you doing now?
I'm good.
Okay.
We lifted today, so my legs are a little sore from that, and then probably the game, but I'm good.
Okay.
What's your favorite part of game day? Is it Is it kind of, the rhythm of the excitement building up to game day? Is it pregame? Is it post-game? What's your favorite? There's so many different aspects that I think people don't, if you don't travel with the team or you're not on the team, you don't realize like what a game day is. You get up and there's a routine and you go have your meal and you talk to your buddies and you call the family or whatever, and then the bus ride, and then you have a ritual and pregame routine, and there's just so many different aspects to it. What do you enjoy?
I feel like the build-up is probably one of the most fun parts, but then just like the game itself, I'd say that's probably the thing that I enjoy the most is just the game itself. That hour when we're out there on the field, nothing else matters. We're just in the moment with the team, just having a good time. This
game was, Brad, I don't know what it looked like from the booth, but from the sideline, it looked like 85% Cowboy fans in the stadium. But there were a few really loud, mouthy Washington football team fans right behind the bench, and that bench is really the bench and the stands are really close in this stadium.
Yeah,
and they were chirping at you guys. What all were they saying to you guys? Y'all were having a little bit of fun there at the end of the game with them.
Honestly, I wasn't even listening to the guy. Like he was just yelling and his mouth was moving a bunch. I just thought it was kind of funny.
Well, you will come to find. I don't know. Did anybody? Nobody hates UCLA, do they?
No.
I mean,
yeah,
SC maybe.
A lot of people actually.
Who hates UCLA?
USC fans.
Yeah, but that's just SC. But I mean, what you will wait, the lights that were there were
that was really weird because I was looking at you. I was like, "Am I about to black out?"
We were having some, for the benefit of our radio audience, we were having some issues with the lights in here, and now they've just suddenly started to come on. The lights are coming on. Maybe that is a good portent for the entire football team. The lights are coming on just in the fourth quarter of the show and the season, the whole thing. You will experience, especially as your team continues to be good, Cowboy hate in the East Division cities. Now, Washington hasn't been very good for a while, and the Giants are struggling right now, but there's a lot of Cowboy hate in New Jersey, and there's really a lot of Cowboy hate in Philadelphia.
Yes.
So you will experience that, and then I'm going to ask you again after those two games, how does that compare to what you experienced at UCLA? But the one thing that does exist now that didn't in years past is social media. You can be exposed to it on Twitter and what have you. What social media platforms do you devote some time to?
Well, I mean, I have Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat. Don't really do much on Snapchat. Instagram posts. I feel like the Instagram is probably the one where I'm the most active. Twitter, just kind of like scroll through, look for memes, funny videos.
Have you encountered some Cowboy hate on Twitter?
Oh, yeah. Like after I said the stuff about Brady, I was getting a ton of hate. I have thick skin, though. I'm not really tripping off of anything that anyone says on Twitter or anything like that, or Instagram, people commenting on my posts or anything like that.
Oh, go ahead.
I could respond to it, but that's probably going to make their day, so just...
Very wise young man.
You a TikTok guy?
Yeah, but I don't, like, I made a couple, but just, it's really like throwaway videos that I post on TikTok. Just like, who knows, maybe this will go viral. If not, who cares? And then I just scroll through there and look at funny videos.
That's what TikTok is for. Like,
Yep.
I hated TikTok. I resisted it for the first however many months, and then I was like, all right, I need to do this for work. And then once I started, I can't stop. Like, I'm addicted.
Definitely a bathroom app.
Yeah.
Thanks for that visual. Okay, we are rolling. Let's talk a little bit about the ways, if there are any, that professional football is different from a technical standpoint than college football. Do you find offensive linemen doing things differently? Do they scheme differently? And are you being taught things that you did not employ at UCLA?
I feel like it's pretty similar for the most part. The way that we scout teams is a lot more technical and detailed. Like things that we didn't do at UCLA, like we never would have like looked at TV copies and stuff like that. It's mainly stuff that they just do like schematically wise plays, but like we would never look at a TV copy in the team meeting, you know.
And why do the coaches feel that there's value in watching the TV copy?
Just to give you things that you might hear like on game day as far as like communication and stuff like that.
So you're not just watching that, you're listening to the audio as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, that's interesting, that it goes down that far. And do you find that the technique that offensive linemen use is pretty much the same as in college?
Yeah, it's pretty similar. We study. I feel like my personal study has gone up just by like how I look at offensive linemen as well. Like I looked at them in college a little bit differently, but now it's like we break it down very, very detailed, and the way that we're taught to look at them kind of helps you just build a plan throughout the week.
Who has been most instructive in helping you be more efficient at watching tape?
Our D-line coach, of course. I watch film with him, like just when we have like one-on-one, just kind of helping me things to look at. If I have any questions, he's very good about answering them. If I want to see some film, like he puts together like folders and cut-ups and stuff like that. So shout out to AD, my D-line coach.
What about on the other side of the ball, offensive linemen? Are there any guys that spend a little extra time with you at practice or after practice, talk to you about technique or talk to you about certain things?
I haven't really tapped into that just yet, but I think that's something that I want to do more of in the off season, just like staying fresh. And I feel like getting better by, you know, just getting looks from offensive guys.
Zack Martin, what's that like going up against him in practice? I think he's a Hall of Famer, so that's why I ask about Zack.
And I'll say that's more so like the most that I get out of it, and like having guys like that, just being able to practice against them. As far as like just competition and competing against them, there's not really much better competition that I'm gonna go against this season than Zack Martin at the guard position or Tyron Smith. So I feel like that is just something that helped me develop and just through camp, you know. And just being able to soak that in and just compete with those guys helped us along. Just not like myself and then like the other rookies, I'd say helped us along for sure.
Ted Nichols-Payne, our Director of Technical Brilliance, do we have a microphone for? Good. So we should take a break, and when we come back, if we have questions in our audience for Osa Odighizuwa, that will be the time for you to ask them. We are delighted to be with you here at the Ford Center, the Star on the Cowboys Hour.
And if you want to use what the pros use, Jack Black is the official men's skincare brand of the Dallas Cowboys. Visit getjackblack.com today.
It's Victory Monday. We'll be right back.
To the Miller Lite Cowboys Hour, supported by Albertsons and Omni Hotels and Resorts.
This is the Miller Lite Cowboys Hour, sponsored in part by Papa John's. Better ingredients, better pizza. Papa John's, the official pizza of the Dallas Cowboys. Brad Sham, Shannon Gross, our special guest, Cowboys defensive tackle Osa Odighizuwa. Tell us something about your rookie class that we don't know. Something. So who's the class clown?
That's a tough one.
We have many class clowns?
Yeah, I'd say we have like a couple. Just once you get to know guys, everyone's pretty funny, like in their own way, you know. There's a lot of just funny banter, like back and forth.
We're not going to get a name out of you, are we?
No,
Yeah, okay.
no.
Okay.
I would say like I don't want to toot my own horn.
But you are, if you please.
If I had to say someone, it'd probably be myself.
And why would you say yourself? What do you
I
do?
just feel like I'm a goofy dude. I just say stuff, do stuff, it's just like random, funny. I feel like, and it's not even like to try and get a laugh out of people. I feel like it's more so to entertain myself. So I mean, it might be from the perspective of myself, but like, yeah.
Do you talk to yourself?
Mm-hmm.
You do?
I mean, thinking is talking. I say thinking is talking to yourself, and talking to yourself is just thinking out loud.
I can tell that you're very introspective because you put a lot of thought into your answers here on the stage tonight. So,
Yeah.
Is there, before we get to the fan questions, is there a story behind your number?
Behind my number?
Mm-hmm.
Nah, I mean, no.
Okay. Some guys have like this real long story, and some guys are just like, that's what they gave me when I came in.
They gave me 75,
Well, you changed.
which I didn't
Yeah.
like.
Why
And
did you
then
not like 75?
I just feel like, for me personally, I feel like it's an O-line number, you know, and it made sense because I was the 75th pick, but just, I don't know, I didn't want to wear anything that associated me with being an O-lineman.
Isn't that weird how certain letters look on a certain body type or what, and you just, or there's a certain
Yeah.
thing like what you just said, you think of O lineman, and then it's like, because certain people look better, like Randy looks great in the 94, like Michael looks great in the 11, like
Yeah.
you associated 75 with the O lineman. It's just weird how you attach numbers to different things in the league.
But I am fascinated by the notion that there was something very don't even think of me as an O lineman. Don't put me in that category with those people.
I mean, like, you go against O-linemen. These are people that you compete against every day, so it's not like I would want to be an O-lineman. The nature of the position is to defeat O-linemen, you know?
Did no coach did you ever play O-line also, like in high school or anything?
I played tight end.
Tight end.
Yeah. I didn't even like playing tight end.
Was that in your 190-pound days or in your 240-pound
It
days?
was like 240.
So you just feel like you have a defensive player's disposition,
Yeah.
and yet you're so chill.
I mean, the football field is where I get to, you know, display that and just, like, be that. So
Fascinating.
Get to chill
Okay,
everywhere else.
let's get some questions.
Corey,
going.
what's up, Corey?
What's up? Hey, Osa. I got two quick questions. The first one is the difference from college and the NFL. Can you talk about the difference of the speed that you noticed so far this year? And is there any one, in the lead, former president, former player that you looked up to or try to take bits and pieces of their game at your position?
I mean, like, coming in, it was Aaron Donald for the most part, just because he was the guy that kind of, like, helped me just get over just that hump of believing in myself and just being able to believe that I'd be proficient at the next level at my size. You know, I was always like an undersized guy, so watching Aaron Donald dominate was something that just let me believe in myself. So that was him. And now I feel like I just take things from, like, everyone. I like to watch just people doing well. Like, if there's a move that I want to work on, then I'll just look at a bunch of people doing that move well, not just one person. And the difference in speed, I'll say, like, in the game between college and the NFL, just because different adjustments will happen pre-snap, and that means we're going to have to adjust to that. So, like, it'll be this, like, we'll call, like, a slant or something, say I'm slanting this way, but that's if someone's over here, so, like, he shifts over there, so now I got to slant the other way, ball snap, so I got to be able to, like, process all that information just really quickly.
And Corey, thank you for the question. And really quickly, this is the part about the game that I think people don't understand. When you say really quickly, you're talking about
Instantly.
Like right now, like you
Yeah.
don't even have 2 seconds.
Yeah.
So you have to. Is that just drilling from what the scheme calls for through camp and practice all the time? And
Yeah, just do camp, practice, and reps, meetings, just getting it down and mastering it, just like in your mind. That way, you know, just as soon as it happens, you know exactly what to do.
when you're in the game with Carlos, who is a veteran, do you find him? Maybe not so much now at this point in the year, but was there a point, especially when Neville got hurt and you were running with the first team, then where you'd be lined up and he would say something to you to reposition you or anything like that?
Not too much. I mean, just like being able to communicate as far as like whether we're seeing run and pass, that's the biggest thing. But as far as scheme, like that was something that I wanted to make sure was just something that I didn't have to ask too much outside of like the coaches and stuff like that for, just being able to get it down very quickly. Pride myself on being able to learn schemes quickly and just get it down and be someone that people can look to be able to get information from, as far as like if a play is called, I could be helping communicate and being a part of the communication as well.
I got a two-part question for you, Osa. First of all, when Collins got ejected for going after the guy who kind of took a cheap shot on Dak on the sideline, does that kind of change the attitude that the defense goes back into the game with? And second, that's a really cool set of bling on there, but I can't tell what it is, and is there a purpose and a meaning to it?
Actually, yeah. I feel like it's just, to answer your question, I drew this when I was 12, so it was just something that I felt like was symbolic of me and just who I am, my personality, just, you know. And then also my Instagram name is Osa Goes Hard, so that's just something that I feel like symbolic of that as well.
So describe, since this is on, a lot of people are just listening on the radio, describe what that is in your own words.
So
it's shiny. Shiny's a great word.
This is an O with a lightning bolt going through it, got teeth inside and fire.
And pardon my being nosy, but it's what I do for a living. What are the stones involved in that particular one?
These are diamonds.
Diamonds.
Yeah.
And the red one, are those rubies?
No, this is just enameled gold.
Very nice. And when LC went after the LC and Zeke and whoever else went it,
I was actually on the sideline, like I was sitting down looking at it, but then it cut out on the scoreboard. So then when I went to look, there's just a bunch of people crowding around, so I didn't see what happened in the moment until afterwards. And I was like, okay, that's a little bit understandable. You know, obviously you want guys to be a little bit, have better self-control like in the moment, but at the same time, we are a family, we love each other. So when you see that happen to your brother, you get emotional. So.
Okay, so we're now looking at the second in this string of division games coming up, and you'll be going to play in the stadium that your brother played in. Does this feel like, as you get closer to the postseason, closer to clinching a spot, do they feel bigger? It's radio. You can go ahead and answer instead of shaking your
not
head.
really.
Really.
My bad.
Okay.
Nah, I mean, we're just trying to make it like focus on each week. Like, say this is the Super Bowl. You know what I mean? Just every week that we're getting closer to it, just so we can have that mentality. And I feel like the wrestling background kind of helps with that, because I've been in like championships and stuff like that, and like had to go to the end of a season before. So obviously it's different. It's not as long, but I'm just trying to look at it the same way and kind of use that experience and draw on that to help me stay focused during this time.
Do you look at the record of the other team when you're playing them, or do you presume that everybody can beat everybody?
I mean, I look at it, but then I'm like, everybody could beat everybody. So both, I guess.
So this will be your first experience playing a team for the second time. Anything unusual about that?
I just know if I was playing a team, say I lost to somebody and I got to play them again, I know how I'd approach that game. I'm definitely going harder with a little bit more of a chip on my shoulder, so just being ready for them to have that same mindset.
All right, it's Victory Monday, and we appreciate your being with us. Thank you.
Thank you guys for having me.
Thank you, Osa, for being with us. We're out of time. Sorry, Osa Odighizuwa, our guest this evening, and the Cowboys will be back on the road in the East at noon Sunday at Giants Stadium. Is it MetLife Stadium? What's it now? MetLife Stadium, is it still? It's MetLife Stadium. It's in New Jersey, I know that much. And we will be in the Optum Suites right around the corner next Monday night on the Cowboys Hour. For Shannon Gross and Osa Odighizuwa, I'm Brad Sham. Thank you very much for being with us. Come to the Star and watch the Christmas display.
This has been a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about this, Cowboys? Yeah!